Hey guys, tell me if you can hear me okay on the live stream. Everything's looking good, sounding good. Drop a comment, let me know where you're watching from today. It's gonna be fun. Wow. Hold on. That's supposed to be the Pocket 4K I'm testing, and it doesn't appear to be on. Just a second. Supposedly, you can charge the battery via USB-C, and it says it's charging, but maybe the charger's not strong enough, and then it's probably just gonna die. Well, that's annoying. So I've been testing this Pocket 4K that you're seeing right now. This is my GH5, and this one is the old Canon RP that's just sitting over there. So we'll see how long this guy lasts on the USB-C charger. I don't have the power adapter. I'm borrowing this Pocket 4K from a friend and just kind of running some tests between it and my Panasonic cameras. So I don't know. What do you think of the image? This is just straight out of camera with the LUT applied, the extended video LUT. I don't know. I feel like it needs a little work on the image. Like when I've recorded and tested with it, it seems a little on the green side of things. But, you know, that's the great thing about these cameras is you can tweak all the colors to your heart's content and apply your own custom LUT. It's less saturated for sure, that I need to adjust that. I don't know. I played around with it a little bit, but it definitely has more dynamic range. That's not always a great thing. I mean, it's good to have. You can crush the blacks if you want to and stuff, but yeah, I'd need to mess with it a little bit, but it looks pretty good. I mean, that's the trusty old GH5, and obviously the RP is like on normal picture profile or something. It's not it's very saturated and contrasty. So that's usually what I have it on though for my main shot with the 85 mil. But thanks for hopping on the live stream today, guys. It's always fun time getting to chat and review your church's live streams as we just help each other out. Iron sharpens iron, right? And we can offer suggestions, things that we can do to keep doing great things for God's glory. Hope that your summer has been well. It's been about a month since we've hopped on here for a Friday live stream. So I'm excited to get to jump into these different ones you guys have submitted. I think we have like 50 something on the list. So there's no way that we're going to be able to get to all 50 of those. But if you're new to the channel and you just stumbled across this live stream, welcome. If you got my email yesterday and you submitted yours yesterday, thanks for doing that. Hopefully we can get to yours. But how's your summer going? Drop in the chat, scale of 1 to 10. 10 being, it's just been like, God's been awesome. Everything's been great. 1 being like your house caught on fire and your dog died. So hopefully nobody's having that kind of summer. But if you are, we'll lift you up in prayer if you throw that 1 in the chat today. So, oh man. Oh gosh. Let's see who is dropping in the chat. And I do want to just say thank you to Tobias for giving me that little shout out. He says, hi from Germany. Congrats on 10,000 subs. Yeah, just a few days ago, we crossed the 10,000 subscribers mark. If you aren't subscribed, then you can't chat. So you got to subscribe. And then I think like a minute later, you can hop in the chat with us today. But yeah, 10,000. That's pretty crazy. Just in a couple of years, how I've been able to connect with so many of y'all and just be able to share whatever I'm doing here in our ministry with worship and technology and help people however I can do these kinds of things where I can share whatever my thoughts are on stuff and you can take it and do whatever you want with it. But it has been really cool, and God's opened up some doors for me to be able to just to help people out. And the scope of my ministry and the influence that I've had, I never thought like YouTube would really be able to do as much as it's done. But it's been really cool. So just excited to keep plugging along and uploading videos. This summer I had a big opportunity to lead at Falls Creek, which is the largest youth camp in the universe, really, I guess. So largest Christian youth camp. There's about, I think, 40,000 kids that attend there every summer, 5,000 or so each week. And I got to lead worship at that. If you haven't checked out that vlog that I uploaded, check that out. And I do have a full tech tour that I got to do of the facility with the guys there that just needs to be edited and pushed out. So be looking for that. But it's been a great summer so far. Yeah, it's definitely been a hot one. Today I was able to rock the short sleeve hoodie because it's just storming today, high of like 80 here, but it's been like 105 recently. So, all right, we got some good summers going. RJ and Carmen got 9s. RJ says, looking forward to the chance to meet you at the Churchfront Live Conference. Yeah, you guys, I'm getting to go to the Churchfront Conference, and it was funny, scrolling through social media and seeing an ad, and then all of a sudden your face is on it with some of my friends. And so excited to get to just talk and really hang out with some of you guys. If you'll be there, let me know in the chat. If I should be looking for you, hit me up on Instagram as the thing gets closer. It's in October, and that will be awesome. Just getting to go to Colorado and hang out with fellow worship and media tech friends. So I'm excited about that. If you're going, let me know in the chat. Larry asks, how has it gone with the elimination of the traditional service after a few months? Well, Larry, it's been a major success is the way I would categorize it. We actually had a meeting with we hired the Unstuck group, the consultation group, the Unstuck group, to kind of help us navigate some changes over the last year and a half or so. And that was a major one that we really felt God leading us to do. Now, just so you know, if you don't understand the context of our church, we're a 60-year-old church. I've been here 13 years. we had historically a contemporary service at 10:45 and a traditional service at 8:15, and I led both of those. And I really thought it was a good setup. It was kind of a healthy setup, I thought, because it allowed me to be as modern as I wanted to be in the modern service, and then we still offered that flavor of traditional service. But over the years, that really had caused a division in our church, and we were now at the fullest capacity that we could be in our modern service, and that traditional service was shrinking year by year. And it just was time to pull the trigger, unite our church around one common worship style. And it hasn't been without its pushbacks, and some people have left the church over it, but we've grown, I forget the percentage, but in the last 2 years, like 78% or something, because our church at one point was on the downward scale. We had a graph that showed like in 17 years, we would be closing our church doors. And that luckily has shifted, and we're on the upscale now, and we're growing like, just crazy. Like we've been baptizing people, and God's bringing new people to our church. And it's a really exciting time to be at Central. So I'm excited. And also this last week, I got to meet with our integration company that's going to be helping us out with our remodel. We're doing a huge remodel of our church starting in 2024. And so that will affect a lot of things. And I'll be trying to document that process just so we can all, walk through that together, and I can share any little tidbits of knowledge that I gain along the way. Baron says YouTube notification didn't work again. Yeah, I've heard that from some people. Maybe try unticking the bell and then ticking it, so that way maybe it'll. Have you tried turning it off and back on again? What show is that from? Some British show. Oh my goodness. The River of Life Church. 1. The sanctuary ceiling collapsed from high winds. Our well developed a leak. Lightning took out our stage monitor, and still trying to learn a new soundboard. God is in control, though. Wow. Yeah, that's tough, man. I had a friend's church a couple years ago that their whole sanctuary and everything caught on fire. And I went back in there with him and filmed some videography stuff after the fire. And it was just devastating. And their church is just now really recovering and swinging the other way with it. And yeah, God is in control. And that's easy to say. It's much harder to truly believe and live out trusting God fully in those situations. So River of Life Church, as God brings you to my mind, I'll try to say a prayer for you and just keep trucking along, man. But we do have a super chat in the house. Look out. Woo!
Thank you.
Sample Stuff says, thanks for your work in ministry. I appreciate reviewing all these. I won't be able to hang too long in the chat today, but if you have time, please take a peek at my submission, Rivers Crossing. Thanks again. God bless. Rivers Crossing, cool. I will jump in there and take a look. So Isaiah says, loving the worship hat. Yeah, they came out with an all black on black version, and it's pretty slick. I like it. So you can get those at Art of Homage if you haven't ever found those before. They're everywhere. You've probably seen them, but not sponsored. Hey, I'd love that. If Art of Homage wants to sponsor me, I wear your hats basically every day. So either that or a Branded Bills hat. So yeah, let's jump into a live stream review, and then maybe we can hop back and forth between some questions that you guys have in the chat, and maybe just some worship technology stuff that we can chat about that's been new in the last month or so. But let's hop over and look at, let me bring it up here, Rivers Crossing. I'll try to find you over here, and we will search for you via church name. Not that one. There you are. Too many rivers. Okay, response 54. See, look, that super chat jumped you to the front of the line. You're a lucky dog. Well, you're not lucky. You're just smart. You just paid for it. All right, Bobby, let's check out your setup here. You got, C300s Mark IIIs, 2 on sticks, center rear, perfect. 70 to 200s. That's where I'd start. One with a 1.4 extender, one with a Dana Dolly right rear, 18 to 80, a couple of roamers, and then a couple of older Panasonics, static on the stage, Constellation 8K, Resolume controlling LED wall, SMPTE lyrics, keyed over video. Okay. This was from our live stream, no post work. I've shared before there were comments about color, which I'm trying to fine tune. I've used a lot of the gray from what you'd see in log format for recording, but outputting rec 709. Okay. Let's see. Coloring. Cameras. They wanted it all dark and moody. Okay, let's just pull it up and see here. Thanks for all that info. It's hard to digest all of it, but let's pull it up and see. Volume's up. My cameras are in the way. I don't want mini player, I want theater mode. Well, if I just do this. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Make sure my volume's all the way up, yeah. There it comes. That wasn't me. That was in the YouTube video. Telling myself I won't go there. Oh, and this is where you wanted it to start, right, Bobby? That dark and moody clip. That's tough when you're doing those real high key, like high key shots where you have a narrow spotlight. It's like if it just was a few degrees forward, you would have a little bit more of the eyes. It's weird to kind of only see his top of his head. There's darkness in the distance from the way that I've been living. I like your lyrics underneath. But I know I can't all the way up. Ah, there we go. I was like, it seems quiet.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the poison from the same vine. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
It's a good vocal. A little focus pull. It's hard to tell in the dark.
From the daylight, running from the daylight. From the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
A little cello coming in.
Telling myself it's the last time. Can you spare any mercy?
All right, we're kind of building in here. We got a bunch of blinders that looks like coming. Well, they're back there at least. I would just say even in down like spots like that, you still want to be able to see people's faces on video. So just work with your lighting engineer on that. That's tough though.
Darkness in the distance. I'm begging for forgiveness.
I don't know this song. I wonder. It must be a secular song.
Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. You and I drink the poison from the same.
See like some more stuff going on in your LED walls. What pixel pitch are your LED walls? I'm just curious because we're thinking about that stuff.
From the daylight, from the daylight, running from the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
There come the blinders. Oh, you got the sparks. Ooh, I like your lyric strip. Gotta love the dry sparks. It's fun. Sounds good to me. Once your lights came up, it looked like your cameras were colored well. Let's pull back to like some different worship stuff here just to see. I love your LED wall setup. That's the Dana Dolly. There's a roamer. We're cutting quick. I like that you got that drum fill. Now big wide on the big part. I like that. Let's go. You got some vocalists for sure. Lyrics look real crispy. I kind of wish when you go to that Dana Dolly that you'd stay on the Dana Dolly for longer, like when you're going to that one, just because I feel like you would get the effect more, at least. I know it's really big part right here. Nice. All the cameras seem to match really well to me, even those Panasonics on stage. I mean, like, I see, it's not a big deal or anything. I feel like, I love this song, by the way. Those top washes that are coming down, those purples and blues, are hitting people's faces, which is, it's okay. It's really just preference. Like right there, I feel like it's a little too much purpley on the face. But that's totally whatever you want to do. I also feel like he's panned on one side when he's leading the song, and I wish he was centered up vocally. Yeah. And now he's over here.
Come on, the Bible says our God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above and beyond all we could ask, think, or imagine. Do you believe that today?
I'm looking at your comments here.
Amen. Well, we're so glad you're here.
Here comes
this
the bad notes.
Minute,
I didn't hear any bad notes.
Somebody to church today.
That's a sweet looking setup right there for sure. Let's just go back and listen to one other thing, and then we'll move on here. I love those focus pulls, shift to a new person. Framing all looks really good. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I wish that drum shot moved on a slider. I feel like that could make it even a little more dynamic. That shot right there, I'm not like a super fan of. This one right here. It's okay, you're catching your guitar players and stuff, but it's not as dynamic as the other ones that you're going to. That C300 looks great. So like right now, that's a, it's like I wish it hung for another measure. Yeah, those shots look great, man. Now that's a better way to get the guitarist than the drums. See, it's just too quick, yeah. And I think you said you had a new operator firing stuff this day. C300s look great, man. I like the pacing. To me, on my TV, I'm watching it on, the colors look good. Doesn't look oversaturated. They look like they match. Skin tones look really good. I'm trying to find something to tell you to do differently, but try not to catch them on the end of the Dana Dolly, maybe. Love the back shot. All right, let's listen for just a second. You guys give any feedback you might have. Let's see if my black magic's dead. It's dead. Yeah. Wow.
So worthy of a praise, oh God.
Well, there is my thoughts on that one. Let me pause my video over here. I mean, you guys are killing it, is my thought. I think you got a great team. You have an amazing setup. You guys are utilizing the technology really well. And yeah, props to you, dude. I'm curious, how many paid staff do you have helping on your team on a Sunday morning for the media side of things? And how many of you are volunteers? If you can just throw that in the chat, that'd be interesting to know on y'all's scale of things. So just hit the 1 year mark at the church. Cool. Love the feedback. Yeah, thanks for submitting. That's really interesting. It's always fun to see people's setups. So, he says, just him directing, one front of house, everyone else is volunteers. So camera ops and everything's volunteer. Well, they're doing a really good job. All right, before we jump into another live stream review, let's just let's talk about a couple things that have happened in the last month. I don't know if you guys saw that Multitracks came out with an update, and I'm curious, for those of you that are watching right now the live stream, drop in the chat how you fire your tracks. If your church uses tracks, do you use Multitracks playback app on an iPad or the desktop version? Do you use Loop Community's Prime to fire tracks from a device somehow? Do you just use ProPresenter, or maybe you download tracks from like Praise Charts, or maybe you're just using a click track from a device of some sort at the drums? I'm always curious to hear how everybody's using tracks, because I do it in a very weird way where I bounce down any stems that I get from these places into a single stereo file with click and guide on the left and tracks on the right, and then that's in a ProPresenter timeline. And yeah, I know that's really weird, but it just works for us, and then everything is self-contained in ProPresenter. But yeah, so this was an interesting one for Multitracks, though. They have released automation within the playback app. And so basically you can automate when volumes are going up and down, just like you would do that in Ableton or something like that. And it remembers it based on the arrangement that you have chosen. So if you want like the gang vocals to come in on the last chorus or something like that, you can do that now. But I personally have not ever used the app live, but I know other churches do. So has it been reliable for you guys? Let's see what you guys are doing. Okay, Karen does use playback on an iPad. No tracks, Ableton, no tracks. Playback on an iPad for now using a track rig, but we'll soon be going to Ableton. Karen says ProPresenter's not been very reliable for them. Yeah, I understand that for sure. So that is a danger of going the ProPresenter route. I do feel like if ProPresenter crashes, at least you do still have tracks going on if you're using a different device. But we've only been bit by that like twice. So, and that we've done it for years and years now. So Charles just started using playback on a Mac with Dante Virtual Sound Card yesterday for practice. Larry's click only. Very cool. Okay. Nobody's using Prime. That's interesting. Because, okay, there's one Prime. Prime just came out. They just released, I think it's Prime 7. And I did watch, is it Matt's live stream, the owner of Loop Community. I don't use the app enough to know exactly what the big things are that have changed. I know a lot of UI stuff and some different transition things where you can kind of advance to the next song but not have it start immediately, and then when you click play it'll be on the right song, and or cutting off the ends and the intros and the ends of tracks so that way it can go seamlessly to the next one without waiting for like end 2, 3, 4 if you're doing like songs in the same tempo, things like that. So I don't know. That's something that I'm going to be possibly looking at some more this year, is just what do I need to be doing going forward, especially as we remodel? Should I be thinking of doing like the connected stage thing? I believe they're going to be adding some PDF uploads options to the chart builder stuff, because that would be a problem for us since our pianists use sheet music, because their chart builder doesn't offer that. We get those from Praise Charts and put them in Planning Center Music Stand. So yeah, that's interesting. And then the other thing that I saw was the Sony A6700 came out not too long ago. What was it, last week? It's not even like out yet. New item coming soon. But this is like the updated version of the A6400, except it has sensor stabilization, say APS-C size sensor, so a little bit bigger. I wouldn't worry too much about sensor size stuff between micro four thirds to full frame. It's definitely, there's some things about it, but I wouldn't make that like your deciding factor on why you're buying a camera. There was one downside to it for sure, is that micro HDMI port right there. We've got a ton of cameras that are the micro HDMI stuff. Whoa, triple zoom. And we have to put them on cages and put little, locking things so that way those don't get damaged, because it's just really easy to damage them. Oh, I've still got your comment up. Hello. So that's kind of a sad thing for $1,400. I wish it had that, but I guess if you do want to go that route, you could go with the FX30. That's just, I think it's like $2,000, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of those. Yeah, micro HDMI ports are the worst. The auto tracking functionality, yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I don't know that that's like for live streams, but one thing it does do that I saw that was interesting, it will have an auto zoom in and zoom out, kind of cropping into the image automatically. And that might be really handy for set it and forget it type shots, even a wide shot or a shot of your pastor or the drums or whatever, to where you can set those in and out points, and then in camera it's doing it. You're not having to like build a macro in the ATEM to try and trick it into doing that, or like we've done. We have a zoom unit on a lens. Now, it couldn't do what we're doing. We're zooming from 40 mils all the way to 150. That's a totally different, it's changing the field of view as it goes. And this is just cropping into the image of the sensor. So, but it does have some interesting things. For $1,400 though, I mean, I'd like to maybe get one and play around with it, but not unless somebody wants to send me one. So, and Sony's definitely not going to do that. But Sony's got great cameras. It really, you can't go wrong in any of the ecosystems, I feel like. And that's something I'm trying to figure out as we go forward into 2024 and the new build is, do I want to stay with Panasonic, or do I want to delve into Blackmagic ecosystem or Sony or there's Canon stuff. I mean, it just depends on the strengths and weaknesses of each system and maybe what you want to do. So, yeah. Okay, well, let's jump into another live stream review, and we're just going to start back at the top. Thank you so much for that super chat sample stuff. I really appreciate it. And let's see if I can get out of this. I'm on the wrong screen. Where am I? There am I? No. Oh my gosh. I have like way too many screens, and I went across too many of them. All right. Let's jump over here, and we're going to delete you so I don't accidentally get your response twice. And we're just going to go all the way back to the beginning. As you can see, there's 54 submissions. So if you are really itching to get yours reviewed today, you're probably going to have to hit that super chat to push you to the front of the line. No pressure. You can always also do a one-on-one Zoom live stream review with me, or talk about whatever you want. There's a link in the description to book those consults. Did a fun one yesterday, just getting to chat for about an hour with a fellow, media person about some stuff that they're doing in their place. So, New Life Community Church of Oakland. Michael, thanks for submitting You've got two Sony ZV-E10s, which are similar to those A67, A6400s, a Blackmagic Studio Pro 4K, A10 Mini Pro ISO, and Pro Presenter 7. He wants the most help with directing. So let's pull it up here. So we reviewed his last time. I reviewed this already. Did I not delete it? Yeah, I already reviewed yours. Dang. See, that's why I need to delete them. Because I was like impressed by the musicianship and all the things you had going on there. So now we're at the first one. Ministerio, enter, yes, Kairos, Florencio. Two cameras, a Canon XA30 and a Canon HF40, ATEM Constellation HD, and Wirecast. All right, let's see. Got the countdown. Let's see what they do right out of the countdown. There we go. That's what I wanted. Volume's up.
Bom dia, Igreja Kairos. Vamos iniciar essa manhã louvando ao Senhor porque Ele é bom.
Her vocals seem a little harsh to me. I like the energy coming out of the countdown though. Maybe there. Here we go.
Posso crer no amanhã, porque Ele vive.
As far as directing goes, I personally wouldn't go with dissolves between the cameras, especially for faster songs. It just seems kind of old school to me. Somebody asked me the other day why I prefer that. I mean, I just feel like cuts are the standard, and it can be distracting to me. It's playing green strings. It looks like it. So I wish this camera was like a little bit lower, but I understand you probably locked in there. I like the handheld vibe. It just catch and focus and stabilization would be priority probably. Yeah, I'd say her vocal is just too hot in the mix. You know, I wish I could hear drums more and some low end. Just a lot of high end stuff. You got him in a cage over there, so I wish that kick and bass guitar were there. Yeah, I'm just hearing a lot of vocals, not enough instrumental stuff for the audio stuff, but a little exposure stuff there that I'm seeing with some of these cameras. Like here, she seems a little overexposed on her skin tones, but that may just be a lighting thing too. Also, she's wearing this lighter colored shirt, and that always makes you kind of feel like they're too bright. Another thing I would say is, you know, I haven't seen any like real wide shot. And so just me understanding as maybe somebody hopping on your live stream for the first time, I have no idea what this place looks like, the feel of it, the size of it, how many people are in this congregation, what's the space I'm living in during this live stream. It's all medium to tights. So I think it's really important to establish the room. I've talked about that a lot in different videos. Just use that shot sparingly, obviously, but I think that's important. So hey, you're on the right track though, and I like the pacing. I think you give that audio some love, and you could stretch it to make it even better before you even worry about like upgrading cameras and things like that. Let's check the chat here. Oh, Harry, thanks for hopping on, man. Yay. But hold the phones. We got a super chat in the house.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. He says I've submitted 2, but check out the latest one from yesterday. Love what you're doing, Rylan. Hey, Jake. Thanks, dude. I was looking at that GVM light this morning that you sent me. I'm curious, about it. It takes 2 V-mount batteries, though, to power that thing. It's such a beast. But for, I think it's pretty cheap, like $250 or something on B&H right now. So GVM 200D, is that what it was, the bicolor? But let's look your church up. It's been a minute since we reviewed you. Westlake Fellowship. Let's go here. And you guys know I gotta delete this or I'll end up doing it again. Westlake. There we go. 2 responses, but we'll go with 37. All right, this is what he's rocking right now. 2 Lumix S1s, the follow shot and the house right shot. GH5 and a PXW X70. Okay. A10 Mini Extreme going through Caster. I don't know what Rumble is. Does that go to Instagram? Stream Deck Companion, iPad to switch cams and run multifunction scripts. Okay. X32 live stream consoles, the M32C, a couple of crowd mics, 1 on each side of the stage. And then they're doing Ultra Studio 4K, Alpha, natural profile on the Lumix. All right, that's what you're seeing right now in my shot. Cine profile on the Sony trying to match. Okay, well, let's check it out and see if we can give some thoughts on Westlake Fellowship. Volume is up. Hey, look at this. He's got chapter markers and everything.
Good morning. I'm going to open us up today with a scripture, Colossians 1. And this
it's a sharp-looking shot right there. That must be the S1.
This is starting in verse 18. Jesus was supreme.
What lens are you using on that shot right there? Is it like a 70 to 200?
Parade, he is supreme in the end. From everyone.
Starting with a little scripture.
Everything of God
side shot looks
finds
nice.
A proper place in him without dislocations. Get proper.
See, what I love about this shot right here is you've got all of your background filled with color and she's separated off of it, but she's not like completely blue from all of the light spilling around. So I like that separation. She's got a little bit of blue, but
in vibrant
her skin tones still look good. So
all because of his death.
Looks good.
His blood that you.
Here we go.
My future in your hand. You bore my sin and shame and
drums sound good.
It in the grave. New life was always in your plan.
Good vocal.
For you rose up from that grave. Hallelujah, I am saved.
What kind of processing are you doing on the drums there, Jake? Are you doing any sound replacement stuff?
I've got your overflowing joy. 'Cause you're alive in me. I've got your joy. I've got your joy. 'Cause you're alive in me. I've got your.
I like this shot right here. She's in focus, leading, but I'm getting that drummer in the background. I mean, he's locked in that cage, so you're probably not able to get a good drum shot, but he catches, you catch the vibe there. Is that a light lighting him on the outside?
I've got your joy. When troubles surround me, I won't let them shake me. Jesus,
Sound good?
you are my solid ground. In the night, when I'm weeping, it's your love that will hold me. For I know you'll turn all around. For you rose up from that grave.
Do you remember which lens you have on this S1H, I'm assuming? Because, yeah, it's a great looking shot. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Somebody mentioned it may be a little out of sync on that side shot, this one. And I think you said, oh, that's my email. Oh, center wide. So house right, no, they're the same camera. So it should be fine, unless house left is that X70. Is this the X70 or is this the S1? It's frame rate, okay. Huh. I would say also one thing you might think about, Jake, is I feel like your lower thirds are getting a little lost sometimes. So you might think about adjusting those a little bit, maybe adding a little more shadow, or I've got a couple of things on my channel that ways we do them. But you are doing quite a bit of lyrics on there, so that may not work. I mean, it's still 2-line, which looks good. I just feel like sometimes it's getting lost. So maybe there's something else you can do there. There's the GH5, center wide. Not much else you can do with that in your space. I think that's pretty good. I think the thing that would take this to the next level, Jake, is adding some either movement automation stuff or one camera operator. If you could just get one camera operator to roam around with the wireless. You said you've already got wireless, so I like the pacing of your directing everything, especially on this song. It's fast. But even if one of these cameras had some movement to it on a slider or something, would add, I think, a lot. So I am curious what your preach time looks like. Does he walk around a lot? It's a good looking shot. Okay, so you got it on some kind of sticks there, but I saw a little shake as they reached up to grab as he started to walk. Does he start walking around any, or does he stay in one spot most of the time? Yeah. Not much space to walk around anyways, but I think one thing that I'm realizing in our live stream, guys, is that we spend a lot of time perfecting our worship time and then just kind of let the sermon, you know, as long as we have them in frame, we're good. And I'm really trying to think of ways how we can make that a more engaging and more polished time, because let's face it, the message is really what's going to last like longer than our worship times online. Like, people will come back and watch these messages, or I mean, that's really what they're tuning in for. Not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. So, like, do I need to invest in even better tripods as we upgrade things? Those are all thoughts that I have. But Jake, you're killing it, dude. I mean, sounds great. Looks really good. Yeah, I'm a fan. Very nice. Let's check the chat. What you guys got going on here? it's hard for me to do everything. I need like a co-host that's like helping me out here. Josh asks, which Hollyland transmitters are you using? Mars 300 Pro. Yeah, anytime I tried, and I've tried a couple of the different Hollyland wireless units, they may stay connected, but there was just way too much latency for me to be able to use them with my other shots. So, you know, that's definitely a consideration if you're thinking about going wireless and you're like, oh, Hollyland, yeah, $500-$600 and they get good reviews. Well, it's fine if you're like not having to sync them with other things. So just keep that in mind. They will. And what was frustrating for me is it wasn't always the same latency. It might be a little better, a little worse sometimes. So, I mean, have you had good luck with the 4K? Because I tried the Hollyland C1s, which were supposedly like the Cosmo ones that were supposedly like higher end, and they still didn't sync up. It was a lie, Stephen. Name that movie. All right, cool. Well, let's hop into another live stream review. It's 11:18. We've been going for, what, 45 minutes or so? Let's keep on trucking because we've only done like 3. Oh, but that's okay. You know, quality over quantity, right? All right, let's go back. All right, so what I'm going to do here, if you're in the live chat, I'm just going to pump through these to kind of see where you're at in the line, and then you kind of have an idea. So first is going to be College Park Church, Last Chance Chapel, Edinburgh, Redemption Church, that name, New Life Pentecostal, Royalwood, South Shores, Lord's Assembly, Hope Community, Calvary Chapel. We won't get past these. So if you're not in one of those, you're definitely not getting reviewed unless you super chat. Just saying. College Park Church, Asher McClelland. Thanks for submitting. They have 7 cameras. Let's go. That's my kind of stream. 4-man Panasonic Varicams, Fujinon Cinema lenses. Spending some money. 1 robotic sky cam. 1 robotic drummer cam. Robotic piano cam. The robots are taking over. Yamaha PM10 soundboard. Carbonite. Oh man, they've spent some money on this stuff. Let's go. They do shading on the console, ClearCom. They got a lot of good lighting stuff. Using Jan's still. Is Jan's dead, friends? Should I not do Jan's stuff anymore? Do we not trust Chroma Q? Should I be switching to like Onyx or something? Or Grand MA? He sent me like a generic link here. I can already tell. It's not to a specific service. So we'll just look at the most recent live stream. Watch service. Okay. Do I have volume up? I do have volume up. Volume's down here though. Here we go.
Friday was not good.
Okay. I don't know what service this is. Seems like a
there was
Easter morning or something.
Monday.
Full orchestra? Man, God bless your audio engineer. A little overture. Oh, really? Those micro booms sound pretty good on the... But everybody's always like, how can I make my choir to sound good? Well, you have a choir that's actually singing and producing volume, so you can mic them. If your choir isn't very loud, good luck. Things seem out of sync to me. Their mouths aren't matching perfectly. Am I crazy, guys? All right, I get the vibe on that. Let's see if we bring in a band here. All right, here we go. Yeah. Why do I keep doing that? I can't. There. Okay. I can't really put it perfectly in frame, guys. I'm sorry. I like the energy. Yeah. I like the cut on beat. Constant movement. Zooming in, zooming out. Showing the full choir. Close up. Skin tones look good. Love that your choir's engaged. It's no headstock guitar. I mean, the shaky drum cam, y'all could probably do better than that. I don't like being able to see the monitor in the shot. I want to hide that I don't know the words. The vocals sound awesome. I'm just curious, like, how much of this is actually supplemented with tracks. A lot of times we're doing that with big choirs even. That looks like a Marshall. You guys noticing anything? All right, sweet. Killing it. That's all I can say, man. I think it's great. Yeah, so since they sent me to their website, like, I couldn't get the frame in my frame, if that makes sense. So yeah, take the framing for, you know, what it was worth there. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Solomon, you got the reference. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It was a weird, like, player inside their website. So yeah, it could have been it too. Yep. And soar above a little more. I mean, that's probably a, like, worship culture thing. They've got this huge choir that may just be a decision like, hey, we want our vocals to sound really unified, even with the front line people and the leader. I thought it was a pretty good mix, but I mean, that's probably just a taste thing and whatever culture you're going for there. Straight facts, the guy's beard in the center of the choir is the best bit of any live stream we will see today. Oh my gosh, yeah, that, hold on, I gotta go back now. Yeah, that dude was rocking that, he had a mega beard. Where is that? Oh, it was right there. Give me a close-up of the beard. Oh, he was almost there. He's out of focus. I like the hits. Oh, just to the right. Come on. There it is. Come on, beard. That's good. That's good right there. All right. Well, solid comment. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was a great live stream. I wonder what it's like week to week. You know, it's always fun, you know, throwing your Easter live stream on the website. But I've kind of talked about that. Like, we love to post our pictures and videos from Easter services because the room's full and we've got our best players and the service is awesome and we're wearing our Sunday best. But what is it like week to week? I would prefer like on our website, every week it's updated with the new live stream from last week. You know, it's current. It's on the very front of our website. So if you're new to our church, this is what you get, whether it was VBS Sunday or Christmas Eve or whatever. So yes, that's right. What's up, Colby? How's it going? Glad you're here. All right, let's hop on to another live stream review. Thanks for submitting that one. That was awesome. You guys have implemented a lot of cool tech there, and in a different way than, you know, a different setting than I think a lot of churches are doing that kind of stuff. Just to show it's how you use the technology. Last Chance Chapel, Dale. He's got three Mevo. Why can't I scroll? 3 Mevo starts, 1 Mevo Plus, a tablet, OBS. So I've never been a fan of these Mevo cameras, but let's see how they look. All right.
We have a scripture to put up, and this is not the one.
No.
That's coming later.
I love it.
John 3:16.
Do we know that one?
Celebrate.
They're just going to leave it up.
But we know.
Come on, tech guys.
You weary, come all you thirsty.
Setting up
Come
the song.
to the well that never runs dry. Drink of the water.
So let's just, before we evaluate audio, because audio can always be worked on, let's just look at these cameras. We got your super wide. I mean, it's okay. It looks a little fisheye-ish to me. But it is showing the whole room. I would not really hang on this camera too long if you're using that as a kind of establish the room shot. I would move it down as well if you could. I wouldn't put it so high. This shot I don't like. It's one of those like a bird is up in your ceiling looking down, you know, view. I would lower that as well if you could. And let's look in the ceiling. It looks like it's right there on that beam. And maybe there's another one up here on this beam that we're seeing. If I were you, those need to come down to eye level of the stage is what I would prefer. So it's just really disengaging. Like it feels like I'm just a spectator. So now we got everybody standing. Same thing here. That, you know, it's just a bad angle. Even if you put those on a pole that will go lower, hanging down, and so you could still mount them to the ceiling that way. There you go. I don't know if that's a cropped in shot or a different shot, but that's more what I would go for. And then that's better. So you've got some various shots here. I like that much better than the ceiling shots. And it looks like maybe you have some natural light coming in from that side. So I would lean like you, that's better. I like that you've added the black behind the white. May need to be a little bit larger on screen. Yeah, ditch those cameras. Bring them on stage or something if you can. Catch some of your close-ups of piano players or drums or things like that. So let's listen now. What have I done? I'm on the wrong screen again, aren't I?
There in the love of Christ I stand.
That is a pulpit.
In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless babe. This gift
You know, I wish I could hear more bottom end. Your drums are just kind of pitter-pattering back there. It just feels real dry. I feel like you need to add some reverb on things, room mics, maybe even like you got a chiller vibe, then I think room mics can help that, like with your choir and your congregation singing out, things like that. So add some more effects on there, try to even it out with some more low end in the mix. I see a comment here from Charles, which good luck. It says, I try to pull the podium off of the music and bring it out for the message since it's so big. That looks like a staple of what's happening here on stage. I mean, it almost, it's the focal point is the podium, but it probably is really heavy. So it's probably got to stay. Now it goes with the vibe of like the rafters and all that stuff. So I get it, but it does block a lot, especially with your singers and drummers standing behind it. So, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good comments here, guys. Yeah. So hopefully they'll come back and see that. Thanks for submitting. They probably submitted that like a month ago. So let's look and see who's next. Edinburgh SDA Church. Jaden submitted and said they got a Sony 4K camcorder and an old camcorder. Going to Blackmagic soon. Behringer Wing. Older Yamaha piano and acoustic guitar, occasionally violin. I know the things that can help to improve, but this is more to see an outside view for the tech and worship teams to see. Ah, okay. They want the most help on the audio mix, but we'll comment on everything because that's what I do. Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Volume is up.
For our call to worship, I'd like to invite you to turn with me
Call to
the book
worship
of
an hour and
Daniel,
35 minutes
and
in.
We will be reading from chapter 3.
Wow.
The book of Daniel's in the middle of the Bible.
Okay. We're reading.
When we walk with the Lord in the light of His word, what a glory He sheds on our way. While we do His good will, He abides His rest still, and with all who would trust and obey. Trust and obey.
Love it when people try to sneak by the cameras. Your lyrics are a little hard to read, I would say, sometimes. It's not a bad shot. Sound-wise, it seems pretty vocal heavy, but that's what's leading most of the music. I hear an acoustic and a piano. I wish in a setting like this I could maybe hear more of the audience and that the vocals were a little, like, not quite as harsh, like her vocal. It's not bad, though. Here's the question I would ask you. This had 782 views. Okay. Wow. There we go. There's another camera shot showing your congregation. I guess I was just going to ask, like, who's the audience for your live stream? Is it for people checking out your church? Is it for shut-ins, people that can't be there? I know you're going to say all of the above, but, like, it's just kind of boring to watch. Wow, you got a softbox up here? Interesting. Yeah, it's just kind of boring to watch. Like, if I was tuning in, I'd probably just, like, put it up on the TV and walk away. Like, and kind of listen while I'm cooking breakfast or something. And that's okay. But if I were you and I wanted to make it interesting, I would watch some of the other videos on my channel to get some tips. But hey, you get more views than I do every week, so what do I know? Thank you for submitting. Redemption Church in the Netherlands. Nice. Couple Blackmagic 4Ks. I love it. Some of y'all, it's like, here's the bare minimum you need to know. And other people are like, we use this brand HDMI cables. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, there's some good comments. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking back at your comments. Okay, Redemption Church. Let's find where you begin. I like your countdown stuff. Looks good. Goodness. That better be your church. It's a good looking shot. It is. Looky there. I like that. All right, here we go.
Our salvation, come on, church, is in His blood. We're here for Jesus. He's the only reason we're here today. Christ and Aiden, come on.
That guy's trying to get his acoustic working. All I hear is drums and bass. That's funny. No tracks, no keys. That's a cool shot with the leading lines into the stage. I love that. The vocals sound good. Got that verb going. Okay. Here comes some melodic instruments. Look at that red Nord stand. Honeycomb little stage design stuff is cool.
Can you feel the winds are changing? There's a new day on the rise, and the atmosphere is breaking as a new world.
Seen some like pixelation stuff in that.
We will say, come on, we will dance till the earth echoes the heavens, sing His praise till we see the
Vocals are getting buried a little. Where's my drummer? I wish I had a drum shot. That's a great looking shot right there. Everything seems kind of like a medium shot to me. Nothing, like we got the wide, but no really tight shots that I'm seeing, and that's the tightest I'm seeing, and that may be just your camera location, but everything seems kind of medium-ish. That's the tightest. That's a good looking shot. I do wish that we had seen the drummer, some instrumentalist stuff up close maybe. Lyrics get lost a little bit on that white. There's a zoom. Try not to stop your zoom in the middle of a shot. Hand in the shot, I like that. That's a good tight one. Tighter. Picking up the pacing of the cuts. Try to do it on the beat. Especially on these O's. Like, that's when you need those instrumentalist kind of stuff. Like, when the vocalists are just kind of vamping around, it's great to go to cut to your instrumentalist.
Jesus, you are Jesus. He is our redemption. He's our salvation. Our salvation. It's in the blood of His blood. Jesus, Jesus, light of heaven. He is our friend forever.
You're gonna take it to the next level, get a roaming shot, get people walking around on with a gimbal. I think that'd help you. keep that energy up and translate what you're doing there in the room. So thank you for submitting, and make sure and go back and check the live stream comments for any helpful comments from our fellow friends who are watching. Speaking of, how many people are watching right now? 45 of y'all. Let's go. Thanks for being here, guys. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. Nothing better than just hanging out with me on a Friday. Nathan Budge. Let's check it out. A couple Panasonic UG, whatever, 180s, the old school camcorders that are pretty good. A couple PTZs, a BGH1. I don't know what a 12 to 25 is, but probably that 12 to 35 is what you're talking about. I don't know what a T61 is. It's probably just like a Canon T6i, maybe. I don't know what. You know, the model numbers start running together.
Story. There's reasons that we turn on our streaming services. There's reasons.
Good Friday service. This literally can't be from Good Friday, and I'm just now getting to this. Wow.
Happening here today.
Hey, I like the LED cross. Looks familiar.
Is not a big day of celebration.
It's flickering though in camera. That's no fun.
Today is a day of remembering an song.
Whoa. That is some sibilance. Holy crap. That is a lot of 10K or something. We're not going to worry about audio because dang. Maybe it fixes like later. I like that shot because you can see the congregation through the drums. It looks great. It's a good looking shot. I like the framing. A little zoom out action. Very nice. Rocking the heartbeat symbols. Be nice if this one had a little movement, but you may just not have had an operator. What else you got? I see popping between the drums, those couple shots. I mean, you said UG or AG UX 180s. They still look pretty good. Are you HD? That's a good looking shot right there. I mean, this guy has been leading the whole song and we didn't really go to him very much. And that, like, I'd be more strategic about that. When he's leading, stick with him for the most part. You know, make sure he's in the shot somewhere. It's a little confusing whenever you're popping over to like a background singer and they're not really singing, not really leading. That can be confusing, especially if it's a male and a male. And like on times like this is when I would go to the drums and the guitarist and all that stuff. He's not leading currently, you know? But we only saw him leading a couple times. So be conscious of that. Looks like you got plenty of instrumental shots you can go to with guitars and piano and stuff like that. So probably, I mean, Good Friday services are different, but this may not be like your standard setup. Hey, you did it on the beat. That was good. I love the vibe though. Looks great. I would work on, I don't know what the sound issue was there, but thank you for submitting. And Nathan, if you were in the chat, let me know. All right, let's pause for station identification. You're watching the Rylan Russell YouTube channel. I'm sure most of you guys are subscribed. And yeah, if you joined us late, it was a big week. We hit 10,000 subscribers. It doesn't mean anything. I don't get a YouTube something or other. I don't get my YouTube premium for free. I tell you that. As a matter of fact, I got an email saying it's going up to $13.99 a month, which is just silliness to me. But I'll keep paying it because I'm addicted. So, and I don't want to watch YouTube ads. But yeah, thanks for hopping on the live stream. We're going to go for maybe another 15 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes, and would love to just chat with you guys if you have any questions, comments about worship technology stuff, maybe a problem you're trying to solve at your church, in your live stream, or just in your worship services with technology. Maybe a question about cameras, lighting, audio. We got a lot of guys in the chat that are knowledgeable about those different things and could probably help you out. So I'm not saying I have all the answers at all. Josh and Famty, y'all want me to check the newest live stream of theirs, huh? Well, I already deleted it. So wait. Fine, we'll check. We'll check and see. His name is Dave. Oh, it's scheduled. We don't want to go. Do y'all schedule your live streams in advance? I don't know if that helps or not. Wow. That's a lot scheduled. I don't know that we need to schedule that far out in advance, guys. When was this? This was 12 days ago. And look, they added chapters. Listen to that audio. Same thing.
Jesus, our Redeemer, all that's broken, you restore.
It's very sibilant, right, guys? Like high end is super hot. It's also out of sync. Anyways, yeah, there you go. Let's see. Well, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. We did. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right. Let's keep trucking along, fellas. And ladies. You know, it's like 99% male that watch this channel, but you never know. All right, here we go. New Life Pentecostal Church. It's always fun for me to review Pentecostal churches because I'm like such a Baptist boy that I just don't live in that world and in that culture. So let's see what we got going on here. 2 Blackmagic cameras, use Wirecast, ATEM Mini, and Logic Pro for the audio. Okay, mixing in a box in Logic Pro. Here we go. Oh, Spanish? I did not expect that. I don't know why. All right, they're kind of getting things going here. He's just preaching, and volume's all the way up. Volume's all the way up. Seems really soft to me. What did he say they had? The 2 Blackmagic cameras. The audio seems to be clipping or something. It's kind of cutting in and out. Could be microphones, I guess, actually. Seems out of sync as well. Got some good musicians, it sounds like. Listen to that bass player. Right, Daniel? Yeah, drums sound good. Probably sound replacing those in Logic, I bet. You can't hear the vocals, you know, of them leading, so not sure in the house if they caught it, but at least for the stream you can. With 2 cameras, it looked like you were trying to do some stuff in the crowd. Let's go to another. There it is. I mean, that's the problem with the Blackmagic cameras for roamers, is that there's just no stabilization. And so you kind of get those micro handheld jitters and stuff, I feel like. Where like the Panasonic stuff that we use, it kind of helps offset that. Unless you want to put it on a gimbal. Let's go. Go to the instrumentalist. Hey, listen, their audio is really pretty good, except the vocals not being hot enough and stuff. So, yeah, I think keep working on it. You're doing good. Try to get those cameras synced up and dialed in a little better. Royalwood, Jeremiah. They have 6 of the Pocket 4Ks. No Dana Dolly for this one, but maybe we can check and see a more recent one. Whew. That's a fun way to start the live stream. They got 5,000 subscribers, though. All right, this is streamed one day ago. No, we're not going to do that one. We'll do it Sunday morning.
Good morning and welcome to
All right,
Royalwood
there's a
Online.
good way to start it.
Hope you are off to an
Trimmed it
amazing
off right
start
there
today.
with the
I'm Garrett, your
in the
host
lobby.
This morning, and my co-host Colby.
It's great to be here. I'm so excited. First time
And they
hosting,
seem out of
and
sync
I
to me.
just cannot wait to be
Especially if
with
it's
you guys.
wireless, that may
It's
be
gonna
the
a
issue.
wonderful Sunday morning. Man, what an awesome message that we heard last weekend. We had ridiculous.
I like that you can see people, you know, filling in. This looks like a
area. I'm very familiar with that
like a
area. You are too.
very ritzy
And,
hotel
we
or
have
something
this morning. He's
in the
preaching
lobby.
about defining
Him, I have, and after 5.
have time to be with us
Spiral
here.
staircase.
Just, enjoy. If you are at home, hit the
Like those
like
lower
button,
thirds,
and we
those are
believe
cool.
God's gonna touch
All right,
your
we're going to
life.
go ahead and go to the service
This
here.
is my man Colby here, and he is.
It's not Colby Griner, don't worry, guys. All right, let's go back to the beginning here.
Joining us. We hope you have a wonderful.
Let's
Sunday
see the
morning. God
transition. Okay, popping on that theme. Oh.
We're just going to worship our Savior this morning, if that's okay with you.
I love it. Hold on. We got to watch it again. I love it. Okay, first of all, the black bars coming on need to be done with the camera transition somehow. Here it comes.
If you're come join us at the front, we encourage you to do that. We're just going to worship our Savior this morning, if that's okay with you. Hallelujah.
That's a great looking drum shot. I like those pops. That's cool.
Wanting a place to hide this weary soul, this vagabond. I try with all my might.
Are we in HD?
I
Yeah.
just can't find.
I like the handheldness of the Pocket 4Ks here, but they must be stabilized or have them on a rig of some sort.
Just when I ran out the road, I met a man I didn't know. He told me that I was not alone.
Ooh, that's a good looking shot.
Pick me up, turn me around, place my feet on solid ground. I've been master, I've been saved.
Love the engagement there. It's like I am in the crowd, you know?
Change my name.
I'm there worshiping with them.
Free, I'm not the same. I've been master.
Band's doing great. Yeah.
I cannot deny what I've seen.
I like the energy, the cuts that the pacing on this song.
Like ashes in the wind. So long to
I mean, next level would be like on those breaks between phrases you're cutting to, you know, your drums and guitars on those, or
my
piano.
old friends. Burden and bitterness, you can't just keep it moving. You ain't welcome in.
I mean, you can shoot through the fishbowl. It's okay. I wouldn't do it all the time. I like that I can see the drummer's face here, but I would probably go back to the behind the drums most of the time. Nah, you ain't welcome. Nah, you ain't welcome. Okay, is that the CCLI lyric? A little shaky. I like the movement. I would say this one from the balcony is probably like, you got to have it for establishing the room, but I wouldn't probably go to it as much. I wish it was doing something. At least it's panning here. it's okay. A little dark on the guitars there. There you go. Is that Dana Dolly? Love that shot. Love that backlighting on, well, it's not really backlighting, it's like side light that they're just catching in the camera shots, you know. And I always tell our camera operators, not always, but when we've had trainings, you know, utilize the lights to fill the frame and to help build the look that you're going for. I love that, you know, in this frame right here, you got leading space in front of where she's looking, and then those lights are filling that in. Now she's moving around, so they'll probably have to kind of flow with her. Oh, a little rough there. Now, see, you're also doing iMag in the room, and I think you should probably think of eventually moving to a separate ME for your broadcast versus in the room. In the room, it might, which church cultures are different, you know, it may not be a big deal, but I probably wouldn't go to a wide shot for iMag. It's supposed to be making things bigger, you know, image magnification. Seems a little shaky to me on those, some of the Pocket 4K stuff. That's better on the lighting on guitar there. One thing I'm also noticing is I haven't really seen the camera operators yet. Okay. Very gospel-y. I would say try to, you know, switch on the beat a little more. Yeah, most of the time it looks good on that shot. There was just a couple times where it's like a little too much.
Get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave.
Hey, these are great musicians.
Get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up, get up, get up, get up out of that grave. Get up out of that grave.
There you go, up to the face. Chad Vegas would be proud. If I did this at our church, oh, my people would just be like, back into it. This is the first time I've actually ever enjoyed this song. I don't like this song usually. The worship leader gives me, what's the guy's name who played Johnny Cash in the Johnny Cash movie? Was in Gladiator 2. Yeah, he gives me Johnny Cash in that. What was his name, guys? Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, he gives me Joaquin Phoenix and Johnny Cash vibes. Right there. I don't know why. It's really random. Oh, see, it's just that face. Oh, Jeremiah, were you in the chat? Was that you? Hey, you were here. Okay. Well, good. I didn't even know you were here. So I'm glad we got to yours, because I think that's all the time we have today, fellas. We got to get up out of this chair, because I've been sitting here a long time. Oh, man. Well, if you guys enjoyed the live stream today, why not just hit that like button on the video? I don't know if it helps the YouTube algorithm or not, but, you know, it'd just be out of the kindness of your heart. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that as well. Hit that bell so next time we go live, maybe you'll get notified, and we'll see if it works. Let me know. We do these about once a month, and just, you know, I'll try to schedule the next one for August sometime. And I feel bad that we've got so many in the docket already that I just haven't been able to get to. I don't really know the best way to handle that going forward. I feel bad that, like, we're pulling up people's streams from Good Friday on this deal, but it is what it is, man. You can't give great feedback if you don't actually look at it a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. If you want one-on-one help, you can always hit that link in the description to book a Zoom session with me over on my TidyCal, and we can chat that way if you want some more one-on-one attention. But these are fun. Just getting to hang out with you guys in the chat. Thanks to those of you that super chatted. I really appreciate it. Helps me out, helps the channel out, just being able to dedicate a little more time and effort to this. Be looking for that tech tour coming out of Falls Creek Conference Center. Pretty cool the way that they are utilizing some free stuff to help do things in their production environment. So, okay, John. John's got a good idea. Maybe do a stream that I find. Check these guys out. Some things they're doing well. That's a good idea. Yeah. And Josh, thanks for being here live, dude. Yeah. Bobby, glad you enjoyed it. I had fun too. Go grab some lunch. Go hang out with my family. It's my day off. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Remember, we can do a lot of great things. Let's do it all for God's glory. Later.